G'day friends, welcome to today's YouTube video. My name is James, welcome back to my channel, welcome if you're new. Today I'm just going to be going through the Collage Club files for April 2024. We have 5 of your US letter-sized printables here, and they're all on glossy label paper, glossy sticker paper, and I've used my Silhouette Portrait 3 to cut them all out, so they're essentially kiss-cut stickers. These ones actually went a little too deep, so they kind of pulled out these... are essentially just die cut stickers now. Either way, super easy to use because they're all adhesive, so I don't have to fuss about with cutting and glue. I link everything in the description box, so if you ever hear me talking about something like the cutting machine or the paper that I use, I'll put it in the description box. You can go find those links there. They're all Amazon links, I believe, except for the ones that lead straight to Collage Club. And I absolutely try to preface everything by saying, like, you can probably find things cheaper, elsewhere. I wouldn't ever trust that Amazon is the cheapest. It usually is, but I wouldn't just trust that because the link is there, that's the best deal I could find for you. I usually just put them down there so people know exactly what the brand is. But where you go and find it and how cheap you can find it for is really dependent upon which time you watch this video and what sales might be happening. Because a lot of the time I'll buy those big, like the Silhouette Portrait things around Black Friday, Cyber Monday, like Thanksgiving time, because I get much better deals around that time. So just keep an eye out for the prices. I wouldn't trust that just because the link is there, it's the best deal. Anyway, this is page number 1. I started this last month because I've finished my 5-year Hobonichi journal. There's lots of illustrations in there that I haven't really shared before, so I have many sheets of those 5-year illustrations, and this is another sheet of those. So I was going to put them all in 1 month, but then I thought it's a lot of very kind of odd imagery to put in there. So I decided to spread them out. This is another sheet, and so you've got a bunch of random things like journals, just little creatures, self-depictions here and there, little doodles that I thought were really cute and interesting. There's really just a variety of stuff, to be honest. So have fun with that one. This is a whole page of divas, lots of fashionista girlies on this page. I've got Chanel No. 5. My gran used to wear that perfume, so that always feels quite special to have around. I have this, actually. This is Chanel No. 5 hand cream in this really weird little egg compartment. But I just smell that, and I remember gran. I've got some stuff from my 5-year Hobonichi, again, that didn't really fit the other theme that I put in here. I'm pretty sure that's from there. I'm 100% certain that's from my 5-year Hobonichi, and just other really random journals. Some stuff that I've done this month as well. I was using that fashion magazine to do some illustrations inspired by the fashion photography in there. So you'll see that in that YouTube video if you were looking for that. She's from that video as well. And some other little sketches I did inspired by Steve's photography. If you don't know, my husband is a photographer and does a wonderful job. And so sometimes I'll draw things that he has taken photographs of. Actually, I was just doing that before I sat down to do this video. I'll show you. This is where some of the stuff... Oh, don't look at that, actually. This is where some of the other illustrations you'll see have come from this month. There's her, which is much bigger. You have a much more manageable size in your collage sheets. That's the illustration there from this page as well. And I just drew these two from today. She's not finished. I think I might put some bunny ears on and make her some kind of Easter bunny type illustration. I didn't draw anything really Easter this year, and it's literally Easter, so I have to at least do one thing with bunny ears. Who knows? Actually, there is one bunny in here, so maybe I've done it already. Pardon me, I don't even know why I'm coughing. Let me have a sip of water. This is just basically some fashionistas, and then I really like this girl here. She was inspired by an illustration, but a fashion photo, but I made all of her jacket and her hat pencils, and I just thought it was really fun. Sometimes I just like to make it the art journal version of whatever I'm drawing, just because I know we love our supplies and we love to be very referential with our ephemera sometimes. So that's all of that. Love her. This was all really crazy colorful things that I was just finding started to build up in my little reference library of images. A few things from my 5-year journal that I wanted to keep a little bit bigger as well. You've actually had this image, this one right here. This was a Collage Club piece of ephemera that I put into my journal and I painted all around it. So it became actually a full piece. So you can do some stuff like this you know, just reference like one of these and then go back and find the piece and kind of recreate it yourself. That might be a fun thing to do. Or just to give you an idea of the fact that like you get an image like this that you can actually stick down and then, you know, kind of paint around the border. You can make a finished image with it. I know that seems really obvious, but you know, sometimes you just share the obvious stuff. Someone will take it, someone will take it and run with it, and it's worth it if one person... Actually, at this point, it's worth it if no one does it. It's just worth it for me to say it, I think. I always get the urge to peel these off when I'm talking to you. I'm very distracted today, can you tell? So these are all colors, random colorful things, swatches, washi tapes, paint swatches. There's that rabbit I was talking about. This colorful little bunny. This is because I picked up my gouache and have been playing with lots and lots of gouache lately. And when I do, I tend to get very painterly, very expressive, and just put color everywhere. This piece is actually humongous in my journal. I just flipped past it, so you probably would have seen it. Here, I've painted the background red. You're not really supposed to see this thing over here. So the more I cover it, the more you won't look at it, right? This is how massive it was. It's a full... I think this is A4, this book. It's a full size. Yeah, A4. And it shrunk down quite nicely. It's got lots of beautiful colors in there. What you are not supposed to be seeing on the page is actually this, but it's a redone version of it that I did for Art Snacks. But that Art Snacks video hasn't debuted at the time that I'm filming this video, so I don't really like to give it away. So pretend you never saw that, but this is the original image. And then I redid that with all the Art Snacks Spring 2024 supplies and did the Art Snacks Challenge and created that. So that's not in here this month. Again, it's not released yet, so I don't like to give it away, but that is why I put that in there. And then there's a little Bing Bong. That's from Virtual Voyage 4 ages ago, I think, or maybe just a little bit after that. I did it on a grey piece of paper, so it's really oddly coloured, but it's kind of interesting. It works with all the crazy colours on here. And this weird flower alien thing. Don't even know what that is. I was just wanting to put down lots of colour on the page, so that's how that got birthed. And she is another Collage Club ephemera piece that I did the background for. And then I reworked over the top of her, actually. I used paint markers, the Corinne paint markers that I have. I used those to kind of rework her face and just add a new element to it. I don't think she had this top or anything, so that was all new. Really like that. Page number 4 is mermaids. It's April, but next month in May, well, it's not April as I'm filming it, but when you watch this, it'll be April. And this is April's set of collage sheets. In May, I am considering doing mermaid and doing a video every day on YouTube just to really frustrate all my YouTube algorithm workers. I don't know if I'll do it yet. Haven't committed to it, but I have the urge to do it. And when a bug crawls inside, I really feel like I have to do it. So we'll see. But I wanted to give you a bunch of mermaids just to get started. I also have these micro mermaids all over the page as well. Really teeny tiny ones. They're nothing special. They're actually kind of sketches. And a lot of them are little sketches that I did for that page in 10 video. These are the two that I did in the page in 10 video. But these were a lot of the ones that I had done before that. And so I didn't figure you needed them big size because they're kind of weird and sketchy. But I made a whole bunch of little ones. Just nice to have something super mini micro every now and again to fit in the nooks and crannies. This was a big piece I did in my journal that has some Collage Club eyes from ages ago. This was also a YouTube video you can go and reference if you want to see that. A few mermaids from my other journal. These are the two that I showed you that I did in pencil. And this one I painted in gouache as well. Speaking of page in 10, your last sheet is a confetti sheet. It kind of looks like it's a huge background piece. It's very, very colorful. It looks like hundreds and thousands to me, like sprinkles you put on cakes. And this was what I did with the watercolor pencils, these ones here, and the paintbrush when we're flicking them off onto the page. And we just did that for 10 minutes. I scanned them in a really high resolution, and then I kind of layered them over the top of each other to get a really densely packed image. So it's very mesmerizing to look at. You can kind of faintly see some of the grid lines in the background, and the colors are just so wild to look at. It's such a great, kind of, it's not even asymmetrical. It's just really randomized. And I really like these, especially for collage pieces or, borders around things, because no matter where you kind of chop it up, you get a really different effect. And so you can go looking and searching for, special little corners that have, colors that you might be looking for. This is a very pinky area over here. I really love this kind of teal aqua pinky area down here. Really, really interesting. And I'm glad that I did this for you. Hopefully all the colors are picking up beautifully on the camera. If not, go and check them out on Collage Club. I make your infographics each month so you can see what is in the set and also in the archive. Those are all public. So if you're ever just curious to see what's been over in Collage Club, or you just want to be inspired by some of the imagery and you just don't want to join Collage Club, you can still access the back catalogs for 2020. Did we do it in 2021? I think we started in 2021. I have no idea. I'm sure we did 2020 because I think there's been 3 years. This is the 4th year. Either way, there are years worth of back catalogs that are publicly viewable. They're obviously not downloadable, and they're a really small size, so you won't be able to get your imagery from there, but you can just look at it and reference it, and it is viewable. So go and have a look at that if you feel like you want to go and see what we've been up to for the past few years. And obviously, if you've been in Collage Club, you know where that is. But also, if you just want to get a closer look at the digital files, everyone's printer is kind of different. And so I print these on gloss, and I print them at the kind of most maximum setting I can print at, and also the most vibrant setting I can print at. So this is what it's going to do from my printer and my settings, and I really like that. But if you know that your computer has certain kind of limitations, or if you think that this is exactly what the digital file looks like some people make digital art, right, and do it specifically for a digital purpose. I think if I'm talking to people like that, you already kind of have this knowledge, but what you see in print can only be made with the CMYK ink tanks, but the actual digital files sometimes have a wider gamut of colors that you won't actually see show up in the print, especially where it becomes, very fluorescent or very, very vibrant. There is a lot of a range of yellows and greens that I don't know if I can't see, because I do have a bit of color blindness there. Or they just don't print properly. Like I know that this is actually a fluorescent yellow, and it comes out fluorescent yellow on the computer, but it prints green. But I don't know if I'm seeing that as green because I can't see that as yellow. I really don't know. In any case, go and check them all out. I always think it's interesting to go and see that. And I just love to look at the back catalogs myself. I've been putting together a book of all of the back catalog as well, so that each of the page, it's really just for me, but some people have been curious about this before and asked if I would ever do a book. It's nowhere near supposed to be a coffee table book or anything nice. It's literally just each page has one of the sheets on it. It's a reference catalog for me because I'm getting to the point where sometimes I don't know if I've put an image in or not, and to scroll through them all digitally is very, very difficult for me to figure it all out. So I needed something physical. Of course I could print them all out, but I really just want to get the books made. So I'll let you know if I do end up doing that, and I'll make it accessible for you if I can. And yeah, maybe people might want that as a reference book. But for now, all of this is over on Collage Club. It is still $5 a month. We haven't changed it. It is still 5 US letter sheets minimum. Sometimes we do more, but it is always at least 5, and it is every month, and there are 4 months rotating at any given time. So right now we have, this is April, we'll have January, February, March, April. Yeah, everything 2024. So this is a really good time to start if you are just interested in stuff we'll be doing this year. I will see you again hopefully very soon with my 5-year Hobonichi video. I am really working hard to get that finished editing. It's been weeks. It's very, very labor intensive to edit that video, but I have all the faith in the world that I will get there very soon, and we can share all of that, and then maybe some of this will make more sense to you. Probably not. I mean, they're just images, but like this is Bridgerton. This was from that movie, The Chef. This was a Mickey Mouse I drew in like a minute. I think this is from Fantasia, Maido. There's a little Japanese stationery store I used to go to. This is actually when I went to a sushi restaurant, so that's me with a beer and sushi. Art Journaling the Magic. This was the first one that I went to years and years ago. This is me sleeping on the couch or somewhere when I had kind of longer hair and I was sick. There's this day in my 5-year journal that I kept getting headaches, or I was sick the same day each year. I did break the curse at some point, but it was really annoying because I would get there every year and I'd be like, oh, here it is again. It was just a day of suffering for me. But interesting how it happened on a cycle. I don't know what that was about. Anyway, I will chat to you again very soon. Have a lovely day, everyone. See you then. Bye.